You are not ready. This is an emergency. This is an emergency. This is an emergency.
Watch it roll.
This is an emergency.
Watch it roll. Pop it, drop it. Watch it roll. Watch it roll. Watch it roll. Pop it, drop it. Watch it roll.
This is an emergency.
Watch it roll. Pop it, drop it. Watch it roll. Watch it roll. Watch it roll. Pop it, drop it. Watch it roll.
This is an emergency.
Watch it roll. Pop it, drop it. Watch it roll. Watch it roll. Watch it roll. You should kill it all. Kill it all. Kill it all. You should kill it all. Kill it all. Kill it all. What's up, shorty? Excuse my grammar. Can't help but notice you's a bad man. Gemma. If I take you home, I'ma drop that hammer. My swag got flash like a room full of cameras. Baby, you can be a trainer. Pop it, drop it, let me in. Haters hate it when winners win. So pop that booty and do it again. And I love how you make those haters mad. Built like a stallion and she so bad. Ugly chicks, they gon' feel sad, cause she got something that they wish they had. Pop it, drop it, watch it roll. You so dope, you can be a model. Pop it, drop it, watch it roll. Booty so big, it can hold a bottle. Pop it, drop it, watch it roll.
This is an emergency.
Watch it roll. Pop it, drop it, watch it roll. Watch it roll. Watch it roll. Pop it, drop it, watch it roll.
This is an emergency.
Watch it roll. Pop it, drop it, watch it roll. Watch it roll. Watch it roll. Pop it, drop it, watch it roll. Watch it roll. Pop it, drop it, watch it roll. Watch it roll. Watch it roll.
This is an emergency.
Kill it all. Kill it all. Kill it all.
This is an emergency.
Kill it all. Kill it all. Kill it all.
This is an emergency.
Kill it all. Kill it all. Kill it all.
This is an emergency.
Kill it all. Kill it all. Kill it all. Yeah.
What's going on, you guys, man? Welcome to Tuesday's edition of the Nashville Cavemen Show. I am your host, Damo Unleash, on the cool, but the sun is out from Tuesday, and I'm here with a really good friend of mine. I consider him like a brother, so I'm going to go ahead and let him introduce himself, and we're going to go ahead and get this show cracking like himself. He's still asleep, y'all. All right, man. This is the homie Sky, man. Sky, let them know what you have going on as far as like, man, what your businesses you have, and plug them in.
Well, right now, y'all know I'm a pro wrestler and a music publisher. So, later on tonight from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Time, we have new music on the D-Bling Radio Show, which you can see the link at the bottom of the screen, offtopradio.com. That is offtopradio.com. Then once we're done with that, we will send it over to our what we call our iTunes and Pandora and all that stuff, which is offtoprecords.net. The net means networking, where you can stream the music and download it and do all the other good stuff. And so that's tonight. And again, we have new music from like 3 or 4 new artists that finally have given me the information that I needed to start spinning their music or whatever. Sorry, y'all. I think I got a sinus infection, sinus cold over the weekend from cutting that grass out there or whatever. And then this Saturday, yours truly, your No Limit Broken Limits champion, will be at Swag Wrestling at Swag Wrestling this Saturday over the weekend. So yeah, so just a pretty cool weekend. Again, thank God for waking us up to see another Tuesday. Man, these Tuesdays are coming by really fast, ain't they? So
Man, you know what? Life is going by quick. Let me tell you, man, I went out and cut my grass Thursday. So Thursday It was pretty nice out. It was, and thank God I did it Thursday, because Friday we got all that rain. But could you imagine, like, on Thursday it was like 80. You wake up today, it's 27 degrees in a matter of days. That's how, extreme our weather has been. 70s, I'm talking about great days, perfect days. And then you wake up and you're like, damn, you think you need an extra cover. You done put that extra cover up, thinking winter over with, and then bang, it just hits you and you're like, shoot.
You're right. This Tennessee weather's crazy. So if y'all like me, if y'all suffer from sinuses real bad,
Ooh.
I feel y'all. I really, really do, man. This is crazy whatsoever. So, and shouts out to everybody in Philadelphia. You know, we'll be up there in a few weeks, kicking it with everybody up there. So, yeah.
Nice, man. NFL been interesting. Trade. You know, I was shocked. I think the most shocking thing to me was Aaron Donald retiring. Aaron Donald retiring shocked me. I was not expecting that.
Yeah. Me neither, because is your boy still playing? Is Sue still playing?
Dominican Sue? No.
Yeah.
He wants to play, but ain't nobody picked him up. Nobody picked him up last year.
I mean, because if he's still playing, Aaron Donald should still be playing, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, he wasn't playing for the Rams. So in Dominican Sue, when his contract was up, he was just a free agent last year. But, you know, nobody picked him up. But and Dominican Sue is what in Mieto?
I'm looking at it now. He is 37.
Oh, yeah. Oh, damn. So he passed
the last team he played for, he might have the last team he played for was the Philadelphia Eagles in 2022.
Yeah. And so, yeah, he's been sitting on the sidelines. He waiting to get that call. He just hasn't gotten that call. But, you know, with the NFL, the way injuries are, he could get that call at any moment.
Anytime, yeah. Yeah,
yep.
You're right. Well, I mean, looking at his career highlights, yeah, he could go ahead and retire. He done won awards that I didn't even know existed.
Yeah. And the other one that I was really shocked at was Pittsburgh trading for Justin Fields. So I was shocked by that also. And they did so right after they had just got Russell Wilson. And then they got somebody that Russell Wilson can grow. Somebody, you know, still a young man, probably in his mid-20s now.
Right.
I'm thinking Justin Fields got to be like maybe 24, 25, maybe.
Yeah, because he did, 4 seasons with Chicago?
Yeah. It's about 4 seasons. He may be, you're right, he may even be 26.
He might be. Shouts out to David Lackey. Now, what happened with Patrick Mahomes' wife? Did you hear that?
No, I ain't hear nothing about going on with his wife.
No.
Yeah, go ahead. Show that.
Yeah, we don't know what happened with that.
Yeah, let me look that up. Let me look that up, man. Damn, what happened? She ain't doing dirty, did she?
So Chicago picked up Russell Wilson, right? Now, the Steelers picked up Russell Wilson and Justin Fields.
Oh, she got caught cheating with a Miami player on camera? Oh, man.
Yeah, I got to figure out where that source is coming from.
I got to see this. Let me see. I got Patrick Mahomes. Let me see about his wife. Man, we're going to get into this, right? All right. Because I tell people this all the time. Oh, she's pretty. Brittany Mahomes. Okay. Let me see. Let me see what she done did. All right, hold on. I'm strolling down. I don't see nothing quite yet. They got all this magazine shit.
Yeah, you're right, DJ. Sometimes money ain't even enough. I mean,
no, it's not.
If you give a woman everything, she'll cheat, and if you give her nothing, she will cheat. So this is why I have prenups. This is why you have to have prenups. You love me today, but 10 years later, when you don't, then you can just walk away.
Yes.
Now, if he didn't sign no prenup with Brittany, I'm not saying they're going to get a divorce. But if he didn't sign no prenup, boy, she's going to walk away really, really good. Really, really good.
Man, hold on. Let me put cheating because I'm on Google. So let me put that part because, you know, Patrick Mahomes, they don't want to keep, that's some news they don't want to have up a whole lot. Hold on. Let me start because that's crazy. I'm not shocked.
I mean, I kind of am. That's why I'm trying to say who's the source. Where did y'all read this from? Because you know,
Yeah, I'm seeing.
I mean,
I'm seeing something on TikTok about it. Let me stroll over. Let me see if it's a video to show what. Because I'm guessing for it to be a claim like that, it has to be some kind of video. So I got to see this video. Oh, come on, y'all. Come on. Just continue as a guest. I just want to see. But I'm going to tell y'all, man, our culture is the problem. It's the culture. These females, for the most part, they aren't worthy of marriage. They aren't even worthy of giving a baby to. I'm going to tell y'all this, men. I'm going to tell y'all this until, man, my voice go out permanent. If I was y'all, I would be very careful with who I give my seed to. Our seed is super valuable. We don't value our seed the way it needs to be valued. But, man, for these chicks, and one of the topics, Scott, this chick said that a dude was toxic because he didn't have no kids. And so one of the topics today is actually, at what age is it a red flag for a man not to have kids? Because I ain't never even heard of no shit like that. That's how bad our culture is. The chick said that because the man said he ain't had no kids, she was like, red flags. And I'm like, what? This must be bizarre world.
I've never heard that neither. But what's wrong with not having any children? There's a lot of people that don't have children or can't have children or didn't want children. I mean,
here's the crazy part.
If you feel like you can be in this life and do everything you needed to do without having kids, then that's fine. I don't see nothing wrong with it. What's the red flag?
Man, when I played this video, because I couldn't even believe, I had to watch the video about 3 times to make sure I heard it right. And I was like, damn. And the crazy part is after, y'all gonna hear it on this video when we play it, a chick responded, I don't have any kids either. And you know what the chick that said red flags, you know what she replied to the girl?
What's that?
But that's different.
Why is it different for a woman to be child-free and for a man? Unless she's thinking all men are just whores and we just sleep with everybody.
That's exactly what she's
supposed to come up with at least one child, right?
That's exactly the expectations of men. You hit it right on the head. Man.
So, and again, these women, and not all women, but most women, to me, they just, back in the day, women would go through midlife crisis in 50s, 60s. Now these girls have done so much so fast that by the time they turn 25, they're bored with life. They're going through midlife crisis at 25 because they come out of these broken homes and they had to be an adult at 13, had to get a job at 16, probably raised a few kids by 21. They had their heart broken, been married, been in and out of jail, then done drugs. They've done so much by the time they turn 25 that life has gotten boring. And so this is the silly shit that we're hearing out of these women because nothing is satiating it. Nothing. You can give them the world and she's like, oh, that's cool. What about the moon? Or you can give her nothing and she still complains. That's because nothing is going to satisfy her. Everything that she felt like that was going to satisfy her is over. She's done it and done it more than once. So I'm with you on trying to pick up. I don't even know if any woman, I won't say any woman because that sounds terrible. Most women are even worthy of children or marriage.
I'm just gonna say it.
I mean, it's just this generation. They want so much so fast. When I was coming up, you had to build to things, and that was the excitement, was the journey. Now there is no journey. If they're not getting it yesterday, they don't want it.
Let me spin it like this, right? Because I'm gonna ruffle some feathers, but that's what I'm good at. I'm gonna say this. Have you ever heard a female say, I'm leaving you because the kids are unhappy.
Have I ever heard her say that?
Have you ever heard many females say, I'm going to leave this relationship because the kids are unhappy?
I've never heard that, no.
But you have heard them say, I'm leaving because I'm unhappy.
Right.
So if the kids' happiness is more important than their happiness, then why is it then you never hear them say, well, the kids are unhappy, I think we need to part ways.
Right. Right. You know, there was a study also showing about children, even with like Christian couples sometimes, and this is even bad, that by the time the child gets to the point where it can function on its own, eat, go to the bathroom, that's when one of the parents gets bored with the other. See, when they get married and the baby's young, you need two parents to raise that baby from infant to 6. But when that baby gets 6 years old and it's in school and it can talk and it can walk and it can use the bathroom and it can eat, then all of a sudden one of the parents are like, I'm ready to move on. I don't know what it is about children in a relationship that once they get of age, one of the parents is like, I don't need the other one anymore. And that's when you get to the infidelity, the adultery, like you said, I'm tired, I'm ready to go, because the child, and for 6 years, was just really a buffer between y'all. But now, with no buffer, you really got to get to learn one another, right? You really got to say, hello, how are you? Who are you? And that's when it all goes to hell.
Well, I'll say this too. The apple don't fall too far from the tree. Right. Because if the apple fell far from the tree, then these women would understand why their grandmothers and great-grandmothers put up with the stuff that they did. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to break this down like this, right? Them women, all that they cared about for the most part is that you could pay these bills. Mm-hmm. You can keep food on this, you can keep clothes on our backs. What you do away from here, I can't worry about that. You know what I'm saying? You got a family down the street, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have the money to take care of that. Long as you do what it is that I need you to do here, they turn the other cheek. Now, most people say, but that's wrong, and they were stupid, and this and this and that. But it's just like, what's the Nia Long? Nia Long was with the Celtics coach that cheated with somebody in the organization. Yes. Nia Long left him. Now, Nia Long then moved on, right? Right. For what? To get with another dude that's going to possibly do her the same way? Yep. It ain't too many women in this world that has never been cheated on. I'm sorry. It's just what it is. Men are just, especially if he has a high sex drive. I tell all my female friends this. If you with a man with a high sex drive, most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time, you better get ready for that. Because he's going to eventually get bored with you. I've never seen it fail. Where I come from, I've never seen it fail. I know guys that have told me that they can have sex 5 times a day. It is some dudes out there. I used to be that dude, not no more, but I'm just saying. Like so you know 5 times a day, right? So where I come from, 5 times a day, one woman's just not going to satisfy no man who can have sex 5 times a day. I was so young, and not unless he got a female that can match his energy. You know what I'm saying? Unless he got a female that can match his energy, okay, yeah. Unless he got, but even then, I'll say it like this. If you had beans, it's just like in the Bible. Them people had that manna, they acted a fool. That manna got old after a long while. You hear what I'm saying? That manna, they were sick of that damn manna. It'd be the same with us. So we had pork and beans and rice every day. Yeah, we become full, but after a minute, we'll be like, first time some steak been dangled in our face. That's right. That temptation gonna be hard. You have the same thing. You know what I'm saying? That's why most people don't understand that when you get in a marriage, it's really a business. I've said that 100 times. I have said that 100 times. Right. It is not about no love. It's not about some of the stupid stuff that people be talking about. And that's why they stuff don't never last. It is a business. It's me bringing my resources in with you and us building a life for when we can no longer work.
That is absolutely correct. Lady, let's think about it. You have to have a license to get married. Back in the biblical days, there was no license to get married.
Yeah.
The community recognized your marriage. Yes. So you're right. The government is saying the business of him and the business of you are merging. So that's why when you do your taxes, they ask you, are you married or single? You know what I'm saying? Yep. Because they just know these two corporations that are merging together. Now you went from $25,000 a year in the household to $50,000 a year in the household. Then you're in another tax bracket. So right, I've said that a million times. Yes,
business, man. It is a business. Even if you don't get married, fellas. Let me tell y'all, because a lot of y'all be like, man, I don't know if I'm ready for marriage. Well, it's still a business because once you get her pregnant, they gonna be garnishing your check. That ain't a business. They take it from your check, your finances.
Yeah.
You know, the government, man, you enslaved to them, whether you get married or not.
That's
so
right.
You might as well, just don't have kids if you don't see marriage. And if you is gonna have a kid, just go and just take your nut to a fertility and see if they can just find an egg and you just bring home a test baby. You know, the test tube baby.
You know how we be talking about one-parent households sometimes? Sometimes, you know how we talking about one-parent households and how the child grows up sometimes? Sometimes I've seen where I wish a child was only in a one-parent household because either the mama or the daddy had the sense to raise that child by themselves. The child went crazy because either the mama or the dad was a fool. You see what I'm saying? Like we advocate two-parent households, but sometimes I understand if a child just needs a one-parent household because if your daddy on that stupid shit, you just need to be raised by your mama and vice versa.
Man, let me tell y'all, by great majority, it has been proven that for the most part, men are better at raising kids than females. Females, man, and the statistics show it. Them dudes coming from single-parent households by majority. I'm going to say this again, by majority, not all. Do not put words into my mouth. You know what I'm saying? By majority, men raised by women or kids raised by women don't do well. They don't do well. Did you hear the story in Memphis this past week where the mother took her kids in the car to go get some kids, right? Then the kid was getting the better of her daughter. So the mama, something that you won't see a daddy doing, pulls out a gun and starts shooting it up in the air.
That's how that.
Father now came and shot her.
He was a villain.
Yeah, and he was a felon. He got right to the business. If this is what we doing, then this is what we doing. But what man would have got kids in the car to take them over there for that?
That was her emotions. We don't run off emotions like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's the issue. I don't want nobody emotionally. That's why I always say this. I don't ever want to see a woman president. It's bad with us in there. Could you imagine a female get in her mood in any kind of way? It's going to be bad. I think the first time we have one, it's going to be war. I mean, in the world, we're going to be talking about World War. Because I think we aiming nukes at each other.
Yeah, that's true. And right now, people don't know that, but there's a lot of countries that you don't hear of that do have women leaders. They might not call them presidents, but they do have women leaders. So
but you don't hear about them countries.
It is a trend coming up of women leading entire countries, whether they small or big. You know what I'm saying?
For a while.
Yeah. That is true. And DJ, congratulations to your parents for doing a good job, man. I understand if your mom and dad, had to do whatever they had to do. And shouts out to all the grandparents who had to raise good kids, man. Sometimes it is what it is.
My grandmother was like a man now
who's raising her grandkids. You know what I'm saying? So, man, life sometimes will get to you. But yeah, I'm with you on that. And you know what the sad part is, females right now probably outdo us 3-1 on the average. There's
Oh,
some
you talking
places,
about number wise?
yeah.
Oh, you talking
There's
about
some
number wise?
places.
Oh no, it's more than that.
Is it?
Oh, it's
I know
more than that.
some places in the United States it's 10-1, but there's
Yeah.
some places in the world where it's 25-1. So we're going to eventually probably have a female president. It's probably coming real soon.
I hope I'm
Because
out of
every
here,
time
Lord. Please let me be in the ground when that happens.
Man,
You know what
because
I'm saying?
just in Tennessee, you know, well, let's just say America. America is having like 4.9 million babies born in a year, right?
Right.
So in 10 years, that's 50 million kids. Think about that. And if 54% of them are women,
Oh,
I don't know what's going on with that extra gene, man, but so many little girls are being born than boys.
that it's always been that. He said, hey, I'm with you, David. Let me be on Mars. That is when I would get in one of them pods that they talking about, and they say, anybody that want to sign up to go to Mars, well, who gonna be the president? Mister, sign me up. Sign me up.
Yeah.
We get a female president. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. It's gonna be the same thing that happened when a female get a real big buff dude. That mouth get a little loose. Now she feel like she got somebody that can protect her, right?
Right.
That's when she gonna be starting shit with other countries because she know we got these big bad guns and this big bad military, and she got this military that protect her. When females know that they got protection, that's when they get real loose at the lips. With dudes, we understand that there's a decorum amongst us, right?
Right.
I don't want to upset you, and you don't want to upset me, because it ain't about size. You got a weapon, and I got a weapon.
Right.
I don't know what you're capable of. You don't know what I'm capable of. So there has to be some sense of respect from one party or the other. For females, have you ever seen a situation that go up from 0 to 100 and then de-escalate?
Yeah.
Because usually when females go from 0 to 100, what happens?
Oh, Katie Kaboom. Because
Kaboom.
Kaboom. I know a few like that too, man. They will do it. They'll go from 0 to 100 really fast. Hello, Michelle. How are you doing?
What's going on, Michelle?
Yeah. Amy, how are you?
And it's some dudes that's like that. It's some dudes that's like that.
And you know, in a lot of these states right now, there are like female governors. I mean, not governors, excuse me, mayors that are being indicted because they've been ciphering money. They've been stealing money. One black lady, I don't know if she was in Chicago, Atlanta, was using her money to pay for her security. And one of the guys she was sleeping with, I'm talking about like off duty, like when it was time to clock out, she paid them overtime to stay with her. And then one of them she was sleeping with, and the husband found out. He didn't leave her, but he found out. I'm like, man, if they're doing this as mayors and stuff, imagine what they're going to do when they become the president.
Think about our mayor. Think about the former mayor we had. She was
she sure did. Yeah, she was another one. Yeah, sure was. But every time I open up my phone, they talk about, I can't think of this black lady's name.
I know who you're talking about. She wasn't bad looking either, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. I was like, dang. People just overlooking what she's done, but she had to piss off the wrong person, whoever the whistleblower is.
Man,
the whistleblower. I don't know who blew the whistle on her ass, but so she pissed off the wrong person. That's how we find out.
Man,
Paris was good. Hey, in 2 weeks, Philadelphia, Paris, 2 weeks. Yeah, so
he talking about this.
District Attorney was sleeping with a dude processing the case for him. Sure was. Mm-hmm.
Look at Trump's situation with that, Fannie. And she slept with the lead prosecutor, put him as the lead, was using the money from taxes and going on trips and everything. They just held her up. When women get in problem, let me just say this right quick, Scott. They always talk about how men are when men become of power, how we use our power to gain sexual whatever.
Right.
Man, females even worse than us. Tell me I'm lying. If they not just as bad, they are worse than us. They get in a position of power, and they will sleep with anybody. We see it with not even just politicians, teachers, lawyers, all positions of power. They would use that. They would use that kitty and slap that kitty around. That kitty would get the scratching. You hear me?
I think it's because that when women get empowered, there is a certain standard or high chair that we put women on. And we got to realize, you take away all these words that we're using, we're still human. Man. And we're still in the animal kingdom. So not only are we human, we're in the animal kingdom. And what do animals do? They eat, sleep, poop, and have sex. That's what a true animal does. If you just look at your dog every day, that's what they do. So at the end of the day, yeah, we wear hats, we wear clothes, we're presidents, we're CEOs. But man, at the end of the day, when the sun goes down, you still have human needs. So when this woman becomes mayor or governor, we're looking at her as, oh, she is just pristine. She doesn't cuss. She don't fart. She don't do nothing. Yeah, right. She's still human like anybody else. Now she has to get hers on the down low because we put her on such a high pedestal.
Right. Going to that office at 12 at night, and I guarantee you, and seeing that copy like Scandal, cheeks on there, everything.
Did you ever watch Scandal?
Hell yeah, I watched Scandal.
Yeah, I was like Scandal, yeah. Papa Pope was a bad man. See, that's what I love about Papa Pope. He never told you he was a bad man, and he never had to tell you that he had all the power. He was quiet. It was everybody else running around talking about I got this. No, if you the man, you ain't got to say a word.
Sure don't.
Yeah.
Sure don't. You know, but just like dudes be meeting they little flings in the office, them women be meeting theirs too. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be careful, fellas. Y'all be out there bragging. Y'all be out there bragging on the girl that coming home with that crust and I ain't Dunkin' Donuts cream on her lips. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be real careful. Because they out here, man, they in positions of power and they masculine for real. Because they be getting done down. Yes. The houses all over the place and everything.
Yes. So I don't know what's going to happen with, the news is about Kamala Harris, our vice president, because that's very close to being president, right? Very close. That's as close as 19 is to 20. You know what I'm saying? If Biden gets reelected, they don't expect him to, I won't say die, but you get to the point where you're so mentally out of it, they can remove you for office as a president.
He's not dead. They still gonna leave him in
able to do the job, which will knock him out and put her as president of the United States.
And let me tell you, them liberals are so demented. If he died, they just gonna open up his back and turn him into a puppet. And they gonna have a hand up in there and use his mouth. And he out. He gone. They gonna make sure that man stay in position. You gonna be like, damn, all of a sudden, he always sitting and he ain't stumbling on no stairs or falling off no bikes. They just gonna open that man up like that little movie, and they just gonna move his mouth like that and turn him into a puppet.
He gonna be like Jeff Dunlap. Jeff
Dunlap,
something. And he be having a little puppet sitting on his lap. Yeah. So we're gonna have to. Two things is gonna happen in this country or in this world. Women are going to take over because it's just way too many of them. So me, y'all get prepared for that. And the homosexuals. So you're gonna, and they're about to take over. So two things about to take over: women and homosexuals. They're about to take over because there's no way of stopping it. The momentum is coming. You feel it coming. I mean, everywhere I go, every TV show I look at, every movie, every adoption, there's a homosexual in that scene. I was watching a movie the other day. I was like, what did the homosexual part have to do about this
movie?
Just
throw it in there.
They just throw it in there.
Throw it in the movie, don't you?
I don't want to see two men kissing. I don't want to see that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you got to be careful of too. But I don't know what
they're doing.
A homosexual president or a female president, or hell, she might be a bisexual female president. Hell, who knows?
The House Speaker is already there. That lady, she's already there. So they are moving up further and further.
And moving up further and further. Yeah.
And boy, that whole sexual thing scary to me. It's gonna get to a point where we're gonna have to interview females and ask them the simple question: can you have kids?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if they say no, and do you got kids? You almost prefer that they have kids. You know what I'm saying? Because at least then you can say, okay, I know this is what it is. It's gonna get scary for the ones that don't, because you be like, well, you know, you have to look at them a little different. You looking up under the neck. I ain't even gotta look at it. I don't know. My Adam's apple ain't Adaming right now, but you gotta look at the hands, feet, and everything. You know.
Yep. When I was coming up in the 80s, we used to call them sissies, right? And we were like, don't mess with him. He's a sissy, which means even though if he could fight or not, he still would fight you. You know what I'm saying? If you say something bad about him, he was
coming there like this.
We were like, hey, don't mess with him. Hey, he's a sissy. Don't mess with him. In the future, it's gonna be the opposite. A friend told me, they were like, don't mess with him. He's a heterosexual. Because there's gonna be so many things in the world that they're gonna be like, hey, don't mess with him. He's a heterosexual. You know what I'm saying?
When that happens, the day that happens, that's when I'm gonna go and move on the sun. I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna colonize on the sun. Somehow, some way. Get me away from these aliens down here, Lord.
Yeah. And so it's coming, man. And you try to teach your children and grandchildren what you know, but it's getting to the point where it's our generation is just dying out.
Man.
There is no more of well, I can't think of the word I'm trying to use, but this new generation is just on and popping. It's free will with no type of constraints and no type of consequences. Like, think about it. You know, now I hope this ain't off topic, but you know now there's 29 states in the United States that have permitless carry laws. And at 18, when you turn 18, as long as you're not a felon, you go purchase a gun without any training and any license. T-Baby, shout out to you. How you doing, T-Baby? Girl, I need some more music from you. I hope you still doing music. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, T-Baby?
You know that, Davo? Do you know? And Tennessee is one of them now. Do you know that? That when a child turns 18, that they can go buy a gun without any training. I had to have training before I got mine.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Yep. What the world we living in. Hey, Sky, I gotta go get my charger right quick. Yeah. So what I want to do right quick is I want to put on a song to give us a break so we could go ahead and jump into these topics. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and play something. Y'all just bear with us, man, as I gotta go find the charger right quick. And we'll be right back, so stay tuned.
Yeah.
I'm on a roll, it's out of control. They watching, the people want to show. Am I gon' fumble? Am I gon' fall? I gotta let them know. Can't stop this flow.
You gon' know my hunger, you gon' know my name. Never did I make it, oh boy, I was a lame. I'm telling y'all stories so y'all can know my pain. And I'ma need a straight jack, I'm finna go insane. Like every day I stayed up, trying to be the best out. Looking at me downfield, trying to run the best route. But you know these corners, man, had to put a curl in. All I do is fail, and I'm looking for my first win. Always fucking broke, I just wish that I can touch green. Trying to lead the hood, cause you know that I can do without. Gotta put my family on, you know that I can't do without. Can't stop, won't stop, baby, that's what this all about, yeah.
I'm on a roll, it's out of control. They watching, the people wanna show. Am I gon' fumble? Am I gon' fall? I gotta let them know. Can't stop this flow. Can't stop this glow. I'm about to blow. Can't stop this. Can't stop this. Can't stop this flow. No, 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 no. Can't stop this flow.
Can't stop, won't stop, Gotta keep going. These niggas sleeping on me, so let them keep snoring. The best rap alive, and I gotta keep flowing. I'm pulling up like step, man, I gotta keep scoring. And losing not an option. I learned to be a better me. Best rap alive, and y'all others just a letter B. You trying to ride my wave, and these niggas trying to copy me. Wanted that alive, then you know these rappers dead to me. Second place, nigga, that's the best that they can ever be. Can't stop, won't stop, boy, you know I'm the recipe. Running the game for too long, think that I can give it up. Told y'all what a life I'm living, you know I had to live it up, yeah.
I'm on a roll, it's out of control. They watching, the people want to show. Am I gon' fumble? Am I gon' fall? I gotta let them know. Can't stop this flow. Can't stop this glow. I'm about to blow. Can't stop this. Can't stop this. Can't stop this flow. No, 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 no. Can't stop this flow. No, 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 no. Can't stop this flow.
All right, man, that was Alabama's own Havoc. Can't stop this flow, man. We back. Got my charger, man, so I'm ready to rock and roll. So let me get into some of these, man. Let's go ahead and jump off into some of these stories. I'm on my Facebook, man, so hold on. Let's stroll on down. So these females, right? So this is one of the topics, and since I already arrived here, this is where I want to go with this. Men, if your old lady is at work and she asks you to cash app her some money, what's the highest limit of money that you're willing to cash app her to go have lunch? This is lunch without you. What's the most? Sky, since you here already, let me ask him, David. I don't know if you still here, David, and some of the other fellas. Well, how much? What is the max limit that you are willing to cash app your old lady?
I would say, depending on what she asks, because most of the time when she goes out with her female friends or whoever. Okay, let's just say, is she going to Panda Express or is she going to Chick-fil-A or is she going to McDonald's?
No, she is.
Well, where are you going? Because you were going to Chick-fil-A, I'm probably going to send you $30 because shit, Chick-fil-A is high as you all get out. You know what I'm saying? But if you told you, I might send you 20. You know what I'm saying? But if
what if she tells you though?
70,
what if she tells you it depends on, she don't know what she want quite for lunch yet? You know what I'm saying? She hasn't figured it out, but just send her some money.
Okay.
What's the most you would send? She ain't kind of
$40. $40, because you send anything more than $40, she's trying to feed some other people.
So this what these ladies was having a conversation about. So fellas, without further ado, y'all know how I do. Let me make sure I turn this all the way up, players, because you gotta hear these females, they crazy. Hold on. I gotta play it, and then I gotta start it all the way back from the beginning. Because I thought this was pretty interesting.
Just send it whatever he can, or like, so he knows I'm going to lunch. He knows my vibe. He knows how I like to move, and he only said $30. I'm not gonna bend over backward for a man that is just sending whatever he can, or if he's not gonna be my boyfriend, number one. But if I'm talking to him, next time I'm out, and he says, "Oh, you need something for lunch," I'm gonna tell him it's okay. Somebody already sent me $100, so we know that you want the extra. Yeah, you got to, because it's better, like you said. Okay, so if we're being completely honest, right here, right now, we've all eaten lunch for $30. Yes, lunch 100%. Kilo cafe spot, baby. But we're not food on the table. However, you know what the standard is. Correct. Me in that situation, handling it with grace. Thank you so much, baby. I'm so appreciative. I'm gonna still take a picture of that bill and I'm gonna send it to him. Thank you for the 30. That was the tip. Yeah. What's up? Also, men, if you know that you cannot give $30 or if it's hard for you to give, then you need to date within your. You can. No, you can't. But date with the woman that number one does not have that expectation, or number two is in that range that will love and adore that $30. Will save that $30. Will frame that $30. Will pay that $30.
I hate y'all. Y'all really just set up and had a whole show, a whole podcast of
So
wow. So first off, even with any of that being said, even if I was filthy rich, I would dress like I was poor. I would never do what these young people are doing. I would never have money to my ear, flashing money all on videos, showing my black card, showing me buying sneakers and shoes and clothes, and you would never see Sky Black doing that. So when you get with Sky Black, the only thing you're gonna know is he has enough money to go to Walmart. So I would never be in that situation, because a girl who needs somebody that she sees on social media, she would never be with me, because all she would see up front is, oh, that nigga broke.
Man.
So hold on, before you say something. So in her defense, when she got with this guy, what was he doing to attract her? Because she ain't changed. She is who she is. So that means you're telling her in her ear at the club where you met her, I have this status because you want to sleep with her. So you brought her in, making her think that you had this status when you know damn well somewhere down the line, if something catastrophic happens, you couldn't hold that status. But go ahead.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to tell you fellas like this, right? And this is I hope you guys take this advice and heed to what I'm telling you. I don't care if you're making six figures. I don't care if you're making 100, which is still six figures, $150,000, $200,000 a year. And that is the main component to why your woman is with you. Best believe that if something happened to you and you go down and you can no longer bring that kind of money in, meaning a car accident, an accident at work, you was just walking and shopping and then somebody came by shooting and you just got struck in the back with a bullet. Now you paralyzed. I just want to remind you that if money is what got her in your bed, then not having it is what's going to cause her to leave. The moment that you go down, you get ill, she out of there, first and foremost. Second of all, be careful what you ask for, because she may get tired of you, but want your money. And more times than not, what do we see that happen in them scenarios like that? Where the woman, she wants the man's money, but she no longer wants the man.
She go out and cheat. She'll keep you for your money. Like R. Kelly and Mr. Biggs, right?
She'll take him out.
Right. So it's like R. Kelly and Mr. Biggs, right? She wanted Mr. Biggs for his money, but she wanted R. Kelly for his body, right? There you go. And David, you cool, because David said he was sending $50 at tops. You're a good man. You're a really good man. I ain't sending $50. I mean, unless she's about to go out with some type of dignitary or politician, or she about to do something that I know she needs to. Yeah. If she's going to a high restaurant with a client or something, then maybe. But damn, $50.
Yeah, like what are you gonna eat at $50? Damn, what are you buying a steak? I mean, this is lunch. This ain't dinner. This is lunch. And if I'm spending this much, don't I need to be with you? This chick said $30 is the tip. What?
See, she need to date a football player.
Man, no, she don't even need football players. You don't want that. Go to another country. I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna start advertising. Men, go to other country and find wives. If this the kind of females y'all got to deal with, just go and don't even move. America empowers women too much, where they just be like, marriage right now is nothing but a lottery ticket. Let's just call it what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because these women, they get these dudes with money. That's why the 6 figures matter. Because once you get with a dude with 6 figures, well, if it don't work out, that's half. That's half of it. So that means automatically that's $50,000 they got, right? They taking half the house, half the cars. They win. That's a lottery ticket, fellas.
Right.
Y'all are lottery tickets. You want to find a female when you at your lowest. Don't find her when you up here. If you got to be up here to be with a woman, don't marry one in America. I'm telling you, don't do it. Go to one of these other countries. Even if you and her gotta go to another country to get married, don't get married in America.
You know, I was in that situation. Well, I wasn't in the situation because I worked a lot of jobs, and there was this guy. I don't know what he was. He might have been European or Eastern, whatever. He might have been from Africa. He never let his wife out the house, and I didn't understand that. You know what I'm saying? But now I understood because he did not want his wife to become Americanized. I didn't know what that meant back then. This is back in 2008. He didn't want his woman to become Americanized because what happens is even if you get these women from overseas, they get a visa, they become citizens. American women will tell them, hey, you need to marry this person, get pregnant by that person. That way when you divorce, you get this much money. Because see, a lot of these women that you see coming across these borders and sneaking over here with these children, $30 is $1 million to them. When I turn on and CNN is showing me women with 3 or 4 kids running across the border to come up out of Mexico because the cartel is killing folks like it's laser tag.
Right.
You know what $30 would do for them? You go to Russia, you go to Ukraine, you go to Iraq, you marry one Indian woman over here. Hell, just living in a house with running toilets is $1 million to them. And then they get over here and they start talking to American women. Now all of a sudden they woke, as the young folks would say, they woke. Okay, I didn't know that. And now I understand. So if you marry outside of your nationality, if you marry and come back here, keep your wife in the house. I understand what he was talking about, man. Keep her in the house. Make sure she only hangs with people from her country. And what she knows, because if she gets woke by the American system, it's over.
Yep.
It is over.
You don't bring them over here, because if you bring them over here and they find out just how good the women have it over here, they are going to be worse than the women that's over here. And I'm going to tell you why. Because, see, if they get half and they send it back to their family, they're setting their family for life.
That's right.
I think what men need to do is they need to look at the value of the American dollar and compare it to other countries. Compare it to the pesos in other countries. Because other countries got rubies and pesos. And depending on, show what the American dollar is compared to that, and you'll understand. You understand? You do not want to bring them back here. Because our issue is culture. Our culture is messed up. Our culture is not about family. Our culture is not about, you know what I'm saying, building and family and you know, man, what's beneficial to the kids anymore. It's not. So, for the dudes that got money, I'm telling y'all, man, don't do it. Boom, get the F out. Get the F out. And don't even come back. And if you come back, like Sky said, you better put her don't affiliate with these women out here.
You better do like the macho man, keep it locked up. What's up, Mike, man? How you been doing? I ain't heard from you in a while. And to MG,
that's right,
yes,
David.
I do have. This is just it's for show. Somebody hit me up talking about a nice ring on my finger. Look at it. It's blue and black. It's just for show, y'all. Good Lord, come on, man. Like my earrings. Y'all look, I ain't got no grill in my mouth. I'm just playing. But I'm with you, Damo. You know what I'm saying? It makes me wonder that if I need to marry outside of American, values, because again, it depends on your values, right? So if you just want a woman who's going to be a woman, who's going to help you out when you're down. If you break your foot, they're going to be there. But a lot of these girls, especially these young girls that are 25 or younger, I call them the Pound Town girls. Sexy Red has come out of nowhere. I listened to all her albums and she sounds like Crime Mob 2.0. And the stuff that she said in these
songs and stuff
would make a preacher blush. Do you hear me? Like it would make a prostitute go to a nun the way Sexy Red is rapping on these damn albums. And this is what the little girls are listening to. So if you the average Joe working at McDonald's making good legal money, you ain't gonna get these type of girls no more. No.
So ain't. No. I think you know, the older generation is the last generation. I'm talking about the generation that's maybe in their 40s and 50s that had solid women. I think as far as our culture, I think the American culture, they think about this. A lot of them don't even know how to cater to men because they didn't watch their mom cater to a man. The mama never had really a husband. The mama had a boyfriend. The boyfriend didn't have no say over the kids. So the boyfriend didn't have the last word. It was mama. The mama had to okay the boyfriend being able to discipline the kids.
Right.
So a lot of these young women, they don't even know how to allow or what it looks like for a man to lead. Because they were shown to be independent, be independent, be independent. Now most of them are independent. I'll tell you who else was independent. Let me tell y'all somebody else that was independent. There was an old commercial. I'm falling and I can't get up. That lady probably was independent. You know what I'm saying? And that's what some of y'all futures is. Y'all gonna be laying on the ground with a little button trying to call emergency personnel because you done broke your hip. You've been laying there about 10 hours. You know what I'm saying? Because it's that bad. The watch and online is making it worse. The internet make it worse. Because without the internet, things you'll hear something and it's okay, whatever. But now this shit is always in your face. You see how much a lot of women hate men and a lot of men hate women. You see it online. You know what I'm saying? And I feel for like our culture, it's over.
Life alert.
Oh, life alert. You got it. That's what it was. There's gonna be a lot of people needing that in about 30 years.
Yeah, Mike. I'll be a swag on the 23rd this weekend coming up. So shouts out to everybody at swag down there. But it goes back to the fight we was talking about, right? So I kind of feel bad for the guy who shot the woman because even though the woman was shooting in the air, I don't know if y'all ever had shell casings come and hit you on top of your damn head when you shoot a gun up in the air. You don't know where the bullet is going to land. So this man who's a felon, he knows he's a felon, had to come out the house, and he knew once he pulled that trigger, he was never going to see the light of day ever again. Right. He knew it. Actually, if they would have caught him just with the gun in his hand, he would have got life. So that's just the gun in his hand. He fired 3 times into that woman. He'll never see the sun ever again. All because the woman had to come back to get her lick back. And that's crazy. Look how many lives got destroyed.
The kids had to get the lick back. It was the kids. She drove the kids to the fight.
Okay, so the kids, but still the parent had to drive the kids back. Yeah. So look how many lives got destroyed because the mama, who's supposed to be the adult, took those kids back around there.
Right.
And that's crazy. That is crazy. So if you're in that situation, Damo, if you're a felon and you see this going on in your yard, this fight, and then you see this woman pulls this gun out and starts shooting in the air, what do you do? Knowing that if you touch a gun, you will never see the day of light.
I think that he had every right to do what he did. Because once she took it out, and now he got it, because he don't know if that thing gonna go from up here to aiming at him.
Thank you.
So I think that they should at least give him some leniency when it pertains to that.
Yeah, but now he's gone.
But they got him. It's like over with. But he used to be. I think some cats, man, they comfortable in jail anyway. Free food, you got cable, you know what I'm saying? As long as you get some commissary, some Debbie snack cakes and stuff every now and then, you know, man, they ain't gotta work. You know what I'm saying? It's basically public housing for me. It's the equivalency of what public housing is for women. You know, they give them just enough to survive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, David. I've never had a shell casing fall on me, but I've had some fall on my homeboys. And you're right. They say it is hot as hell. You know how on 4th of July, how you shoot up in the air, and he got hit in the top of his head with a hot ass shell casing.
I know it ate something. I bet you he had that George Jefferson or that LeBron James.
Yeah, had to do the same hottest dance. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Harlem shaking out there because that damn thing is burning.
Man.
But, and that's just what goes back to it, man. It's somebody that you don't know or never talk to can do something that will ruin your life.
Yeah.
That man did not think that day he would have to come outside and shoot a woman 3 times.
Right. Some of these Terminators, man, you gotta hit them that many times. These ones, there's too many Tupacs out here. There's too many Tupacs.
It's gonna get worse before it gets better, man. It's these laws, and one guy, I heard what he was saying. He was saying that 29 states are basically allowing black folks to buy guns, kill each other in the hood, and then the white man gonna just send them to jail because they need to fill up these prisons. Because prison is a private corporation now. I don't think there's any more public prisons anymore. Most prisons are owned by private corporations, and they make money by how many people. Ooh, sound like a school, right? How many people are in the prison? Well, for a period of time, black people has kind of gotten their act together, right? They ain't been getting locked up like they're supposed to. But now you make it easy for these kids to get guns with no training whatsoever and go ahead and just start shooting people up. So now you have a reason to lock their asses up. And most young kids, if you don't know the law, Tennessee says you can carry at 18. But you take your ass to Philadelphia, you go to Washington, where the laws are different, they're going to lock your ass up there because they don't give a shit about Tennessee. This is why you have to go get trained and go get you a license so you will know these things. But 29 states are saying that you can walk up and down these streets like John Wayne with a pistol without a carrying permit. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I know you can buy one from a dude and from a trunk of a car. That's how they used to get it when I was coming up in the 70s and 80s. Dude would just pull up, like he was selling fruit out of the trunk of his car, pop that damn old ass cutlass, and you can pick out whatever you want.
Not the old cutlass.
The
cutlass, man. Oh, no.
Hey, that was back then when steel was real, when it took you 2 hands to shut the door. I don't know if your grandparents ever had one of those cars. My grandma had one of those cars. Man, you had to take 2 hands to lift that door up and shut that damn door, because that was back then when cars were made out of steel. Nowadays,
I got one of them at work. With the roll-up window.
Nowadays, I can take a sock and beat $10,000 worth of damage in your car because all of this is plastic.
Man, shoot.
These new cars, these 2023s, I will take my socks off, ball it, and beat $10,000 worth of damages in your car because it's just plastic.
Well,
so back when I was coming up, you didn't need seatbelts because those cars were steel. That was real. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you need seatbelts in these new cars, and they ain't worth a damn.
See, that work truck I got at work, I be at work, I be rolling my window like this. I be rolling that thing up, man, and then come back. I got to roll it down, then I got to roll it back up. I said, damn, man.
Yeah. You miss your 68 Chevy.
No, you don't. He had a Chevelle. Nice, Dave. That's real nice.
A 68 Chevy probably took lead. They don't even make lead fuel no more. We unleaded, so I don't know where you gonna get your gasoline from. You need lead fuel.
Crude oil back then.
Yeah. And even if you did take it, the gas mileage on a 68 Chevy would be terrible. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but I love the concept of the 68 Chevy, David. Yeah.
So I'm gonna play this next video because this is hilarious, right? This shit is hilarious. So let me turn off our porno music. Hold on. I know they be like, man, you crazy talking about porn music, but that's what it is. I'm just telling y'all the truth. All right. So this lady basically told this dude that he is a red flag walking because he ain't got no kids. So without further ado, let's go ahead and listen to this bullshit. Hold on, it didn't. It's on all these videos.
What? Okay.
Hold on,
Nah,
go back.
What you about to say?
Why?
I ain't got no kids. I got my own motion going on.
Flag. Huh?
What? Okay. Nah, go ahead. What you about to say?
Why? Listen, I know like having sex before marriage is bad, but it's 2022. Like, what has gone on in your life that you have not had a kid?
I don't have kids.
You're different. Like, but for men, it's just kind of like, why don't you have a kid? What happened?
Because I don't want a kid yet. I'm responsible.
It's not responsible, like, especially.
It is no way you thought.
Nah, she did feel like that. So did you catch all that?
Yeah. Yeah. But you know what? At least he's honest. At least he's honest. I don't want the responsibility. I don't want a child. Thank you. Because most of these guys are not honest. They out here having 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 kids and ain't taking care of now one of them.
Well, the worst part about it, it goes back to what I was saying, Sky. What is the point of having a kid with a woman, especially a woman that you have no intentions of marrying, right?
Right.
If them kids don't benefit you, what joy do you get out of them? She is the primary caretaker of them. You got to visit your kids. Think about that. You got to have visitation rights to your kids, right? So what benefit is it for a man to have a kid with a woman he ain't going to marry when the person that's going to have more access to his kid is the next dude that she with? The next dude that she with is going to have more access to his kids than he going to have. So what is the point? I actually commend this dude. And then I respect him because if you know you ain't ready to be a father, he's saying, I ain't going to have no kids, huh? You know, that's not something that I'm ready for. And you got to respect it. She talking about his red flags. So it ain't red flags for the dude that got, you know, 3 baby mama and 30 kids. That ain't a red flag.
Right.
The red flag is the dude that don't want to have kids.
Right. Well, what is her red flag then? Because again, she'll have a child by a dude who don't want to take care of the child, right? And don't want to be a father. Then she'll go find another guy, have a child by him who don't want. See, I know girls with 3 or 4, 5 baby daddies. Man. And I'm thinking, what is your end game? Like, how many more baby daddies do you want? You know what I'm saying? And then how many kids are you going to have? And then ask a good man to come marry you and put up with all that drama. And put up, because it's just a bunch of drama.
And the only reason why it happens is because the government is Captain Save-A-Hole. That's what our government is. That's the new nickname for our government. When E40 made that song, he should have been talking about the government. The government is the official Captain Save-A-Hole. Because I promise you, if it wasn't for government programs, you wouldn't see this shit going on. Tell me I'm lying. Do you think, man, females would just let every dude and any dude bust and skeet inside them? No. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me ask you this, Damo. If you was president and you can get rid of all these, would you? Because at the end,
I wouldn't get rid of them. I think to get rid of them was cruel. I think it would be cruel to get rid of them. If it was me, I would put a limit on it. So you would have to the kid is 12 years of age, right? To advance either into your career or something. I'm giving you 12 years to get off your feet. If the kid come and he's 12 all of a sudden, and you still in the same position you was way back then some of these fools gonna get cut off. This housing voucher gonna get cut off. And if you can't take care of the kid, then the daddy should be able to have that right then.
Right.
If you still, after me giving you help for 12 years, still need to have your rent paid and all that, then let me tell you this. Let's see what position the daddy in. And then maybe the kid can just go to the daddy.
Right. I don't know. There's a lot of people who are extremists, and they probably would cut it off. They would have
these people I'm not that cold.
Starving, and that's just the whole thing. It's hard for anybody with any human decency to say, hey, we're going to put not the mama. We ain't talking about the mama. Right. We're going to put babies out on the streets, or we're going to starve babies. So if you're a woman who don't give a damn, then you will have 5, 6 kids. Because you know, like you said, Captain Saver, is not gonna come and put the babies out like that. But if we had somebody in it that was an extremist and said, like these other countries, I don't give a damn. We cutting all this off. If you don't go back to each one of these fathers and get something out of them, you and your kids be out on the streets.
There's no assistance
in America.
You really think about it, and they talk about America is all about oppressing people. No, it ain't. Go to some of these other countries, ladies, and see if you can get the same government assistance as these other countries. See if their governments is providing food and WIC and housing and all that stuff for them. Just don't see. I guarantee you that is not the case.
Amen. And so again, every time I'm watching Fox or CNN and they coming across the border, I know why these people are running, are coming over here, because our scraps, the stuff that we don't even want, the stuff that we think we too cool for, it's better for them. Hey, one man's trash is another man's treasure. What you don't want, America, these people who ain't never had nothing a day in their life, who go days without eating, no health care, don't know if they're going to live to see tomorrow, they will be happy to take all these hand-me-downs. You know, I don't want to wear that because it ain't Jordan, it ain't Nike, it ain't Gucci, it ain't this. Oh, you know what? I bet you they'll wear it. So I think it's our mentality. It's TV, video games, it's these phones. It's all of this stuff. And I ain't gonna lie, I was trapped in it as a young age too. But then once I got of an age, I'm like, billionaires and millionaires, they only buy stuff that helps them make more money, right? So the reason they buy toothbrushes, toothpaste, washcloths, soap, because you have to smell good to go ahead and talk to other people. They buy cars and homes because it's going to help them get to where they need to go and they need to have a place to sleep. They buy businesses and stocks because it helps them make more money. They don't buy a lot of frivolous stuff. Poor people buy a lot of frivolous stuff. People don't buy a lot of frivolous stuff. You can ask a rich man, why are you wearing Pumas? It covers my feet. Why would I give Michael Jordan $300 when I give Puma $80? They're going to do the same thing. And I had to learn that. Man. If you don't learn that, you're going to be in this rat race for the rest of your life.
But let me tell you, guess what the brother walking? Puma right now.
I just took my Pumas off.
Hell yeah.
I just took mine off, dude. Real. I just took mine off.
You know what I'm saying? The support man that's sitting on my shoe like this. I don't need no dude on my shoe like this. He ain't even in the league no more. You fools crazy. Stop paying $300 for a shoe for a dude that ain't even in the league. That's how dumbed down our society is. He ain't even playing.
Right. You know, I don't know. As the older I got, the more I realized how thankful I was to have the Pick and Pays and the Paylesses and the Walmarts and the Piggly Wigglies. But you don't see that as a child.
Did y'all remember the Lotto shoes? They can bring that stuff back. True.
Yeah.
They bring all that back. Huh?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You know, I don't have to. Now, you know, if you have an iPhone 15 and you're an entrepreneur, I get it, because it's a lot of things these cheap phones can't do. You need a powerful phone to run a business through a phone. But if you're just an average, ordinary Joe, it's okay to go get you Straight Talk and pay $25 a month for it. You ain't doing nothing but texting and talking. The hell do you need a $2,000 phone for? Unless you running $100,000, $200,000 a year business, and you need that phone to where you need to sign stuff and do all with the little stylus, I get that. But America, you're wasteful, you're ungrateful, and the people that's coming across that Mexican border understands that, and they're like, hey, they don't want to clean toilets, we'll clean them. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to do this, we'll do it. We'll do all this. They don't want to work at McDonald's. Hey, give me an application, I'll go.
That's smart, David. David, man, Mr. Lackey, that is smart. He said, I got a $150 iPhone SE from Straight Talk. You are a bright dude, man. I hope you rub off on a lot of other folks. Because I've seen folks with, like Sky said, $2,000 phones and got a $500 car.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? You know, the shit don't even work. The window don't roll down. You know what I'm saying? The antenna broke off. You only get 3 AM channels. You know what I'm saying? You still got a tape deck in your car. Ain't not a CD, not Bluetooth, but you still got a tape deck, a cassette tape deck.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah, man. Absolutely true.
Ain't no way.
And sometimes it's just hard to talk to certain people because again, it's just this is what they know. I'm no better than you. It's just me. You can't have those same conversations because my mind is on a whole different level than what you're talking about. You know,
right?
So it is what it is. It's like now when I was younger, I wanted to go to Disneyland and Disney World, but now at my age, I probably wouldn't take my kids or grandkids to that shit because that's a lot of money for one day.
Push on these kids now.
Man, that's a lot of money for one day, dude. That park is so expensive. Those hotels inside the park are so expensive. That is ridiculous. It's like people trying to get me to go on cruises. I'm like, hold on. Let me get my finances together first before I go spend this type of money on a cruise. If you retired and you ain't got no bills and your house is paid, yeah, go on a cruise. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But me? No, let me think about that first. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you something.
It costs you $200 to go to Philadelphia, but it's gonna cost you a couple of $1,000 to go on that 14-day cruise. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And speaking of ridiculous, now this is ridiculous, y'all. Let me share y'all this story. Hold on. Hold on.
Y'all tell me, does it take a bucket of
hold on. Let's go.
Ever seen? Because rapper Fresher's fiance just told him that if he can't pay up to $250,000 on her wedding, that he's broke. And the internet is going crazy.
You deserve to be somebody's wife.
$250,000, $200,000. The type of wedding you want, that's how much it costs. We're bugging. We're gonna invest that. My job as a man is to hold the household down, and she hasn't worked in years. I'm not spending $250,000 on a wedding. I'm not doing it.
Straight up.
So you have no plans on getting married?
Let's go to City Hall.
I'm not a City Hall bitch. Stop saying City Hall because you're about to get left. Like I'm telling you right now.
At the end of the day, I love you more than like yourself. But you gotta be easy with all this.
Love ain't enough. How long you plan on being broke?
I'm all of it broke. I your mouth. That's not broke. That's smart.
Broke people behavior.
That's smart. All right. Listen, you call it broke.
Yo.
Listen, leave and see what your ass be.
He said, leave and see what your ass be. This is because
So
I saw that not too long ago. That's crazy. And I had a friend, and I love her to death. So if you watching, this is no disrespect. She spent $40,000 on her daughter's wedding. I was like,
ain't no fucking
$40,000?
Ain't no fucking
40?
No,
girl, that's a used Land Rover, ain't it? $40,000. That's a used Land Rover.
Ain't no way.
Ain't no way. And she talking about
if you spend that much money on that marriage better last 30, 40 years. You hear me? Whoever fought for divorce getting their ass kicked.
And then this video you just played, she talking about she want $250,000. Talking about I'm not a quarter shit. Are you serious?
Yeah,
Town.
He a better man than me. That I forget they said what that rapper's name is. He a much better man than me because that conversation would have ended right there.
Something like that.
Huh?
Was it Menendez or something like that? Is that what she said? Menendez or something?
I can't even remember. I was just still stunned. I was still stunned that she said that $250,000 for a wedding, and then said that he had broke behavior because she not a City Hall bitch.
Yeah.
That's
hey,
crazy.
David,
the relationship would have been over with me. It would have been over right there. Okay, you know what? Well, we had a nice journey, but I think it comes.
Thank you. What you said. Thank you.
And I'd have put my foot up. I'd have kicked their ass out. I'd have threw her on like Jeff, like DJ Jazzy Jeff on Fresh Prince. You know how they used to toss it? So he did his thick ass toss. She got a thick ass toss.
Hey, David, your grandparents, that's amazing. 77 years, man, of marriage. Congratulations. I'm sorry that your grandfather passed, but hey, them days are over. Nobody's staying married 20, 30 years. I mean, 20, 30 years, that's a mortgage, right? That's a mortgage on a house, right?
Yeah.
But, you know, and people are watching it because that video you played came from one of those reality TV shows. I don't know if it was Housewives of this, Housewives of Atlanta, whatever. And this is what these girls are watching. So when they're not listening to Sexy Red, they're watching Kardashians, they're watching this, and this is what the American dream is about. So you gonna come and you gonna try to find you a sugar daddy, okay? Which the way the economy is going, ain't a lot of sugar daddies out there neither.
Hell no, ain't no sugar daddies. They daddies without the sugar. That sugar too high, Daddies
and you gonna hop from man to man to man until you can find you a man that can pay $250,000 to marry you. Now, if it takes you 10 men, that means you've had sex with 10 men multiple times. If I'm number 11, yo is not worth $250,000. You see what I'm saying? So you better catch that food at the first or second time. Because if you get to me and I'm your 11th boyfriend, there's no way in hell I'm paying that type of money for that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't even paying 10 for it. Shit, you lucky if you get it for fun. Better go get some of them paper cuts and plates. You know what I'm saying? Hire something like Popeye's Chicken, do the catering or something. You know, go get you some juices. Hell, we ain't got all this shit. Hell no. You know, these fools be paying all this money for wedding rings, be married 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Or they pay all this money for a wedding, man, and then 5 years later, man, they come home and the mailman delivering more than mail to her mouth. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way. Y'all crazy. Y'all absolutely out y'all rabbit ass minds. You know?
That is absolutely correct. And
paying all this money for, I gotta make dream ready. You know what I'm saying? They go from a dream wedding to a nightmare scenario. You come home, man, and the plumber got his pipe in her instead of, man, putting a new pipe in your house. He putting a new pipe in your wife, too. Shit. Y'all crazy.
Well, William says I got a red flag for y'all. Apparently being a single dad is a red flag.
Yeah.
I don't think so. It is not a red flag to me. I want the child to be with the best parent or parents it can be. Because everybody's not meant to be a parent in this world. Some people are, some people are not, and some people are like me. I just had to work at it. That's it. But whatever's best for the children, that's what I'm for. So no, being a single dad to me is not a red flag. Because
actually,
if you want to take time to raise your single
dad.
Yeah, because if you
want a single dad.
And that's great. And that's what I'm saying, because your daddy took the time to raise y'all, and then once y'all got of age, then he would go date. See, I wouldn't do that when my kids were little. I wasn't dating or talking to nobody. I didn't start talking to people until my kids got an age. Once they got 16, 17, 18, and they grew, okay, then daddy can go out here and do what he wants. But when they were smaller, I didn't do that stuff. I didn't do that.
Yeah, my daddy did. I ain't gonna lie. Hell, my daddy had that one thing. He was horrible at picking women. You know what I'm saying? He had one girlfriend. She ain't know who the daddy is. One of her kids, she gave him both the men's names. So I'm just telling y'all, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Shit, it's
I couldn't do that
out here.
I couldn't do that.
What we just talk about this guy? What's we talking about? We had a subject talk about if you have kids, would it be better to wait until your kids is 18 to move in, unless you're getting married? Unless you're getting married, you shouldn't move nobody into your kids with your kids until they are out of the house or they grown.
Right. And some people don't know how to be alone. Some people, they have to have folks. I wasn't one of them. When my kids were small, the one thing they never had to worry about was daddy starting another family. Outside of my kids, I never had another wife, another child, another family. Because I told them at the age of 8 or 9, until y'all turn 18 or whatever, it's us. When you come visit me, it's us. I'm here for y'all. And I put that right hand of God that I never dated, talked to another woman, out here having sex, none of that stuff while my kids were young, because it wasn't fair to them. I brought them into this world. So until they got of age to take care of themselves, then mine was about them and not about me.
I think that is commendable. I think that it is irresponsible to, just like this. Let me play this video because I know we're getting ready to get off of here. But this was actually, and this kind of pertains to what we're talking about right now.
Debates this week because on one hand,
all right. So let me go ahead and stroll up. I thought this was pretty interesting.
Not once a month, David. Good Lord.
So let me. This kind of plays into the conversation that we're having right now. Basically, this woman met this man.
So David, none of your mama, none of them guys made it to 2 months. Every 30 days you had a new stepdad.
Damn!
None of your stepdads made it to 60 days, 90 days.
Damn!
When he introduced me once a month to a new stepdad, I'm like, damn, they didn't make it past 30 days.
Damn!
I worked at a job where I was on probation for at least 90 days, you know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Before they hired me on.
It's like, damn, the soon as your parents screw somebody up, here go your step parent. Damn, you just fucked them once. What are we doing here? Everybody is stepdaddy. That's fucked up, man. Hey, man, David, my daddy was the same way. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dude, this is not my mama, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't even married to her. How this gonna be my mama? You know what I'm saying? You ain't married to her. But here go. I want y'all to hear this. Check this out. This is funny as hell. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. It got me reloading. So while it's reloading, basically what happened is this woman who had one child met this dude that had 4 kids. Now on the dude's profile,
what's up, Keisha? I'm saying, what's up, Keisha? That was one of the girls that had an issue with you the last show. And we were supposed to all get together on that one other show. Dame, I never meant to ask you, what happened to, where's your mom? What happened with your mom? Why was your dad raising y'all by himself?
Because my mama had too many kids, right? She had 5 kids, but she had us back to back to back to back. And the problem with that is, man, you cannot do women like that. Because, man, women, it don't just take a toll on their body, it takes a toll on them mentally. So when women was having postpartum depression back then, they didn't really have a label for it, right? And so my mom, I think, went through that and mentally just went off the rail. I think she had me, my brother behind me, and the brother behind him back to back to back. Then she had a 2-year hiatus, and then she had another one of my brothers, and then next year, another one of my brothers. And that is not good. On top of that, she was dealing with my dad's mom, who was not the easiest woman in the world to have to deal with. It is tough when a woman has to deal with an in-law, a parent-in-law that is, controlling. So when you having kids back to back to back to back, and then you got to deal with in-laws and your own family ain't got their shit together, that is a lot for a person to take on.
It is.
And so
what happened? You just woke up one day and she was like, you know what? It's better off that he takes care of y'all.
Man, she ended up having to go to a hospital.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry to hear that.
You know what I'm saying? And so, and not, like nowadays, it is important that as these females have kids, that I think what the insurance company should have some kind of where they could go see a psychiatrist or a therapist to get some kind of therapy. Because women do go through, people just think about when women go through and have children, just the physical part of it. But it's the mental part that they got to deal with also. And that got to be tended to, and that got to be cared for. And they don't do a good job of that.
I get you. Well, okay, Keisha, you didn't have an issue with what we were saying, so I'll retract that. But how are you doing? Last time I saw you on Facebook, I think you was in the hospital or something. So I hope you're doing okay, and I hope your husband is doing okay.
Oh, David, I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, I think he told me a long time ago. His sister passed away from cancer.
Yeah, but okay, so this story basically, this woman and this man met online, okay? The woman had one child, her child is 18. The man had 4 kids. So when a man on his profile, it says he had 4 kids, you don't think them kids stay with him, right?
Right.
But just in that situation, just so happened that the kids stayed with him. Well, he didn't relay that to the woman. All she seen was that the dude had 4 kids, and she thought that the kids was with the mother. And no, they were with him. Mm-hmm. And she was like, now I done pulled up the, let's see if I can get this to play now. She wasn't having it. She didn't want to play stepmom.
My son will be 18 next year.
And still.
How you like the sushi, isn't it?
My sushi.
Hold on, let's go all the way back.
Don't they have mom?
See. Oh, you gotta watch this.
On my bio, it literally said I have kids.
I have a son. That don't mean I want you to be his daddy.
You don't think he gonna look at me as a father figure?
My son will be 18 next year.
And still.
How you like the sushi, isn't it?
My sushi.
Right. Don't they have moms?
Yes, but she's not gonna be around as much as you. They live with you.
They all 4?
Yes.
Oh, you should have told me that before. All 4 is crazy. I only have 1 child. Baby, it's not the same. It don't look the same.
So basically, you're saying you don't want.
No, I don't. I like you. You're cool. I do. And I'm cool with your kids. I just don't plan on playing house.
You ain't cool with them. Clearly you ain't cool with them.
We look good together. Like, we're without the kids.
So that's the first red flag. It's clearly they met online. He said it was in his bio that he has 4 kids, and she's already excluding the kids. Let's continue.
I'm just saying, like, no offense, but look at us. You actually did a good thing. I do like you. I think we make a good couple. I just don't think, I'm just not with the Brady Bunch shit. Like,
it's not no couple without my children.
I'm not saying, I'm not accepting your kids. I'm saying I'm not playing help.
So that's exactly what you're saying. You're not accepting my kids.
Will we get married or something?
Maybe.
Maybe. Whoa. When I get the rings, when I can play mom, and I can play mother, I'm not doing. I'm not doing the right thing.
Why make you think you're gonna get a ring and I can't?
Hold on, I'm gonna have to stop you there, right? I'm gonna have, because man, when I was watching this initially, I was on his side at first, and then I kind of swayed to her side, and now I kind of see it in both. I kind of see both sides of it, right? Here's what I mean by that. I have a problem with people that if you're dating somebody, this dude only knew her for 4 months. You only know her for 3-4 months. The last line of defense for children is the parent that they're in custody of, right? Because, Sky, we did a story where the dude made this 2-year-old raise his hand and punched him in the chest and killed him, right? The mother was the last line of defense for that little child. Mm-hmm. So the mother inviting that man into the child's life, ultimately, the mother is at fault too, because she was the last line of defense. That little boy wouldn't even have had that happen to him had he not had to deal with the man that the mom introduced, right? Right. Dude, you only know her 3 or 4 months. Why are you wanting her to do mother duties in 3 or 4 months? You don't even know her. You don't even know her. Is she supposed to be around your kids? This the person you want cooking for your kids? And she's right in this aspect. If I was married to you, I would have no problem, right? Right. Well, why are you asking me as a girlfriend to play mama to 4 kids when I just raised mine? We don't even know each other. We don't know if we're going to get married. You know what I'm saying? No. And this is that part of where I was talking about. It's okay to date, but until you do get married, I don't think you should move in with the other person. I think you should have your spot. They should have their spot. And then when it's moving, I'm talking about when the wedding is being planned. I ain't talking about after we done got down on one knee and proposed. I'm talking about when the marriage is in motion, when the wedding is in motion. We're already making the plans. We're making calls. We on that kind of time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then yes. Right. But why are you asking somebody you only knew 3-4 months to play a step parent to your kid? You don't know him. You don't know if you bringing Lorena Bobbitt into your shit. You know what I'm saying? Or if you got some kind of killer right here.
Right. Right.
You know.
Yeah, and from the video, I can tell. Yeah, Keisha, we know that's not the woman from him. So my thing is this: it goes back to people can't be. First of all, how old are these little boys, and where is they mama or mamas? That's the ambiguous question right there, right? 2, if you decided to take on these children and raise them yourself because something has happened to the mama or the mamas, then you should be worried about these kids and not meeting women online. I know you have a sexual need. You are a man. You want to have a woman in your life, but you should have thought about all that before you had these 4 kids.
I think
this
that's
is how the old folks used to talk to me. They told me a long time ago, Sky, whatever you want to do in your life, it's over. Because as long as these kids are under 18, it's about them first. So that's what he should have thought about before he had the 4 kids. Now, kudos to her, because she's like me. When my kids were young, I told everybody, when my kids get grown, I ain't raising no more kids. I could not even date a girl with young kids. Do you hear me? Like my mind today at my age, I would go crazy trying to raise children or puppies or kittens. So at least she was honest up front to say, hey, at my age, my child is 18. I'm ready to live a life outside of children. So you can pick either side and I would be great with it. It's just they're not compatible for each other right now.
Why do people expect that they bring people into their dynamic and that they're going to have the same kind of love? Like, I love children. I worked with children when I was kind of a child. I was in my late teens working with younger kids. I always liked kids. But what makes people think that I would step in and be that same kind of father that I am to my own personal kids?
Mm-hmm.
There is no emotional attachment, and I get it, and I agree. If you love a woman or vice versa, if you're a woman and you love a man, the kids come with it. But with that said, it shouldn't be forced upon kids. It shouldn't. The kids should be able to have some say-so in the situation, because you're the one that's bringing somebody in and you're interrupting their whole everything. Yeah. So the kids should have some say-so in it. Because if you bring them in and they abusive, the kids got to suffer the consequence.
The kids
it's not you. It's the kids. So they should have some say-so in it.
I was always against it. Even with my kid's mother, she ended up getting remarried and having another child by her husband while my kids were still young. And I was just like, that is just a recipe for trepidation and turmoil. And it happened. Yeah. Everything I said, it was so much chaos over there. But when it came to stay with me, when I had my own spot, there wasn't chaos over there because they didn't have to worry about me and another child or me and another woman or me introducing you to a new woman. It was just us. Right. I was okay being by myself for many, many years until y'all got of age. But it's not a lot of people like that.
And Sky, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Sky, but I just wanted to make this quick point, man. Especially if you have daughters. What are you doing? Introducing men into your life and you got daughters. There are girls out here getting molested, probably as we speak, by a step parent. That step parent do not have the same. There's fathers that be touching their daughters. Think about that. You think
stuff.
So you think a stepdad more likely not to? Now think about that. Y'all be inviting into little kids' lives, kids that they can't even protect themselves. If they under the age of 14, they can't, or 13, they can't protect themselves. You are their line of defense. I don't understand why people can't either, one, wait till the kid get 18 to then go and date, or just say, you know what, me and you a date, but until marriage comes into this, you need to have your own place. I need to have my own place. And then because I have kids, if I want to go ahead and we're going to do something, I could go over to your house.
That's right.
Or we go to a hotel.
And that's right too. But you know what? I wasn't even on the marriage thing because that is a good option. You know, if I had kids and a woman wanted to be with me and she said, well, you'll keep your spot, I'll keep mine until we married. I'm like, I don't even want to start another family outside of this until these kids are grown. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, it didn't matter whether it was dating or just having sex or being married. And like you said, they are under 14. I'm their first line of defense. I don't want nothing else outside of that. That was just me. And I'm telling you, I'm not a hypocrite. I'm telling y'all, until my kids turned 18, Sky Black didn't have a life. I didn't. I'm living my best life now because they grown. But when they were young, I didn't have no. And then for some people, Damo, if they got 4 kids, then you need help with the bills because sometimes it's financial.
I think that's the problem.
If she got 4 kids and he's this guy who got a little money, well, hell, why wait till we get married? Shit, the mortgage is due every month, right? Right. So come on in. You know what I'm saying?
And
so
I think
sometimes that too.
And that's another selfish thing. Because, man, you know, then maybe if you can't handle it financially, maybe you need to go ahead and send them kids to a family that is financially. Okay? Because that comes with the taking care of. It's the nurturing, it's financial, it's all of that. That's a part of it. And if you fail immensely at that, the best thing you can do then is just get them kids up to somebody that can offer them a better life. You're going to be moving in with people because you need help. You know what I'm saying? Like, you knew them damn kids was expensive. Kids, whoever had a kid and the kid made them richer. Kids make you poor. I ain't never heard of liabilities. Right. You actually, man, losing money when you have kids.
That's right. Now, if you're listening to us today and your child is 16, 17, 18, and they work a job and they come back into the household with that money, then they're an asset. Then they're like, hey, mom, here's $30, or I'll go buy some groceries, or I'll pay a bill. But until they get to that 16 to where they can work and bring in money, they are liabilities for at least 14 to 16 years.
They are a debt. They are a credit card.
They are a credit card.
They are a credit card. You're always using it and always in debt. You're always in debt. Even when you catch up, you go right back into debt because here goes something else.
That's absolutely correct. So if you are a single parent out here with kids, my advice to you is get you a good job. I mean, unless you can be an entrepreneur, but let's be realistic. It's hard to run a business with 3-4 kids. I'm just keeping it 100, okay? Right. So get you a good 9-to-5 job with a good 401k plan, right? And good insurance. Then once your kids get grown and you don't want that job no more, then you can go out here and do what you want to do. But if your child is from 0 to 16, you need to be at somebody's job with great insurance because they're going to play soccer and football and basketball. They're going to get injured. You need to have good life insurance because God ain't promised none of us tomorrow. That's one thing I don't like about parents. They don't like to talk about death. Death is a part of life.
So is.
You need to make sure if that child dies, you can bury that child.
Amen.
And this is stuff that people don't talk about. I think in school, you know how in school they taught you how to kind of raise a baby. Like, you know, you had that little sugar, that little bag of 5-pound, and you had to treat it like a baby. Nowadays they use regular babies from Toys R Us. When I was coming up, it was a 5-pound bag of sugar that you named and you took home and raised it as a baby. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They need to start teaching parenting classes about stuff like that. Because when I was coming up, the first thing that ever shocked me, Damo, I had a friend, her name was Latasha Vaughn. 10th grade, 15 years old, had a child. At 15, I was like, is that even possible? You know, that's what I was thinking in my head. Like, man, let me tell you, have a job.
Let me tell you, I went to a high school. The high school I went to and graduated from, guess what? They had they had early childhood. So all the girls that was in that class, all of them was pregnant. All the girls that got pregnant across the city would go to my high school and they had child care and they were in all of them. That was a thing. You hear me?
Yes.
That was a thing, man. I BS you not.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's just happening. Girls are having babies at 14, 15, 16. So you might as well start teaching it at a young age.
Yeah.
Well, I guess puberty. I guess once women started getting that monthly visit, you might as well sit them down and start talking, because usually around that time they're about to be sexually active. Something's about to start happening, and they're about to be sexually active.
I'm gonna tell y'all this. Y'all better do it before then. Before they old enough to even understand. Because I'm gonna tell y'all, man, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. 7 years old, I was watching porn.
No, I didn't watch porn until in my teens.
Oh, we were sneaking watching. I had brothers, and we was real sneaky. We knew what, once we seen what the DVD was, or not DVD, because they ain't had DVDs back then. VHS tapes. That VHS, we knew where it was stashed at, and it took some years to understand what we was actually watching.
Right.
But we had the gist of it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But at 7 years old, you got to reach these kids. You don't know what your kid's doing. You got to talk to them as early as possible. You know what I'm saying? Because I was a freak from way back. You know what I'm saying? Way back. You know, before we had sexual education class, I was almost teaching my teacher. You had to go there and see.
Yeah, I didn't.
You talk to them before puberty.
Yeah, I was a teenager by the time I realized what porn was and watching all that stuff. And you know, and I tell folks all the time with your children, if you keep them busy, you keep them out of trouble, right? So even if you have to work a second job to make sure your kids stay in sports, that's fine. But another thing I need to add on top of that, that's probably more important than sports, and I should have done it with my kids, is self-defense classes. They wasn't as popular back then when my children were coming up. I would have put them in self-defense classes before I would have put them in any sport. You need to learn how to protect yourself. You need to learn how to use self-defense, hand-to-hand, karate, jiu-jitsu, whatever type of combat. And that would stop a lot of this bullying. Because the first time your child slapped the shit out of somebody, I bet you that bully won't bully them no more.
Yeah, that's the thing too. You know, back then, and when we was going through school, we had to deal with bullying. Yeah, we had to deal with it. You know, and the best way that you beat a bully is be more successful than the bully. Then go back and buy their house, put them out. You know what I'm saying? The victim. You know, yeah, that's the way. You just took it. You just said, I'm going to be. I looked at Pete because I dealt with bullying too, right? So now I look at him and they can I have a quarter? You can't have shit, bitch. Remember in fourth grade? You know what I'm saying? You just got to be successful. That's how you beat bullies.
That's how you beat them. Right? God said He will make your enemies your footstool.
Hell yeah! You go to the gym and work out. Then when you see his wife, you just, you know.
Damn, David. So she in karate and she learning how to shoot wrestle. Yeah, she gonna be a bad little girl.
Oh, snap!
At 4 years old, like damn. But yeah, any women that's out here listening, if your child is, especially your daughter, 6 and up, man, during the summer, I know they want to go to summer camp, but one of these summers, even if you can do both, send your kids to self-defense classes because these kids are getting kidnapped and all type of stuff, and they need to know how to bite, kick, scratch, kick a man in the nuts, scourge his eyes, enough to take off running. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
not enough to kill him.
Let me tell you, it's so bad. Remember when I was just talking about this with somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
When we were young, it felt like punishment if you had to stay indoors. Right. If you couldn't go outside, it was like you was getting killed that day, right?
Right.
Fast forward, these kids don't even want to go outside. Nope. And can you blame them? Because one thing we didn't have to worry about as kids, by majority, is we all roamed around in packs. That meaning that we all knew where each other was at any given time. And for our friends that didn't have a sibling, we made sure they got home safe. Now, if they went back out after we got them home, that's on their ass. So if you ended up on that milk carton, we ain't got nothing to do with it.
On that t-shirt.
Right? But for the most part, we all rode in packs. We had the banana bikes. We had the Huffy bikes. We had the 10 speeds. We rode in packs. These kids don't want to go out. But one thing we didn't have was somebody coming up on our porch and kidnapping us. These fools are so bold, they will steal kids from their yard. They will break in your house and kidnap your kid in the middle of the night and grab it. Where are they doing that at? We ain't never had to worry about no shit like that. We ain't had to worry about no shit like that.
Nope.
But these kids, you're right, Scott. It's better that you teach them, hey, you see little Susie, this pencil is sharp. Stick them in the nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Stick them in the nuts. And don't stop stabbing until you see red, okay?
Until you see red, man. Get them in self-defense, some type of, you got to save the money up. Get them in some type of, when they get of age to where they can start at least first grade, 6 years old, put them in some type of self-defense class. And that way they can at least know what to do, or even train them what to look for. You know what I'm saying? Like that's so valuable. That is so valuable nowadays.
Right. You're right. Yeah. And this is why I don't believe in whoopings, right? We was talking about this. We might do a show on this. This is why I don't believe in capital punishment. Sometimes whoopings, they instill fear. They instill good fear, but they also instill bad fear. You know what the bad fear is?
What's that?
If I tell your mom and daddy you're going to get a whooping, you better not tell them that I touched you on your pee-pee or I grabbed your little vagina down there. You better not tell them, because if I tell them, they're going to be angry at you and you're going to get an ass whooping. Oh, I don't want to get no ass whooping. I won't tell, sir. I won't tell.
It's some sick people in this world.
Sure is. You got to, man.
And
you got to be aware of how you raise kids and how you do them at all angles. I got to get out of here in a minute.
Yeah. Hey, to all you young mamas out there, as of today that's listening, go on the sex offender registry online to find out if there is a sex offender in your neighborhood. Hell, even if they're a neighborhood over, find out today. And if you got one that's close, that's within 10 miles, you better start sending your kids to some type of self-defense class.
Sure better. Or do like me. Get every type of weapon you can have in your house, including dogs. And dare them to come in. Dare them to come in.
What's up?
I dare somebody. I'm like, Lord, please send somebody in my house to break in so I can know what it's like to use these weapons that you bestowed on me. All these knives. I went to an auction and got nothing but knives. I got a whole bunch of knives, all kind of knives, Rambo knives, Chef Gramsci knives, shit, little pocket knives. Shoot, I can't wait till somebody break. I'm like, Lord, let somebody break in today so I can see how I can use this axe. I want to see just how sharp this axe is. This shotgun, man. Lord, please let them stick one toe in the window. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see just how loud this shotgun really is. You know what I'm saying? If you out there and you're looking for a house to break into, I ain't gonna give you my address, but I'm just gonna let you know. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking to try out one of these weapons. Looking to try it out on your ass. Come in if you want to. And don't be on one of them registry lists, because it'll be the last list you on. Be on that corner list next.
So yeah, you gotta be careful of these things. But yeah, that's what I would do as of today. Start looking and sign up for the alerts, because every time somebody gets out, every year or every 6 months, however they do it, I don't know, they have to register, and you get the alert on where they're at. You know, when they register, because they have to have an address.
I like be over there, Damo. Oh, man. You know what, man, David? Well, one day we're gonna have to link up, brother, and just get some beer, man, and just wish a mother would. You know what I'm saying? Have a wish a mother would meet. You know, because I be thinking of all kind of crazy shit. Ooh, if they come in, do I want to cut them in the knee right here, or do I want to hit the back of their elbow right there? You know, I just be thinking of it. I be, boy, if they lucky, I can't even bring my stuff on screen. But I'm telling you, I can't wait to use it.
I got you.
Rocking my chair. I can't wait to use it. But man,
but yeah, man, this has been such a good show, man. You know, all good things must come to an end. We, you know, these Tuesdays they come, these Tuesdays they go, man.
2 hours? I can't believe 2 hours went by that quick.
Yeah, man. give a shout out to everybody who's watched us. Thank you, David. Thank you, Keisha. Thank you. I know it's Phoenix, but she goes by T Baby now. Who else came on here and commented? Was that it? Because David done most of the talking. Thank you, Mike. And I think, Paris. Shout out to Paris. She knows what I'm talking about, WrestleMania 40. Amy, thank you. Oh man, Natalie, I didn't even know you hit us up. We held the damn comment thing was going so fast. I didn't see that Natalie had commented. Thank you for commenting and watching.
And I got some people I'm gonna shout out too.
Sure,
Adrian, what is it? Adrian, Tisha, Dina, Beauty, Jane Paul, Laya, Billy, Isabella, Angel, Marcia, Jerry, Martina. Some of these people, their names is in different languages, where I ain't even gonna make a fool of myself. Lizzle, Self-Portrait, Jane P, and Suksan, Jason. I got a lot more people on here, but all you guys that tuned in, thank you guys. This is from my Beagle account. So, and I also want to give a shout out to the House of China and the leader of our family, China herself. So, all of you guys from the House of China, shout out to you guys also.
That's what's up. Happy birthday to everybody. My mom's birthday is today, and my son's birthday was Saturday. So, all you March babies, happy birthday.
That too. Yep. Alicia, the girl that actually did the video for the intro, her birthday is tomorrow. So, happy birthday to Alicia.
Yeah, happy birthday to you. That's what's up. Everybody got these March birthdays. That's what's up.
Most definitely, man. Sky, it's always a blessing, man. Thank you for always being on the show.
Thank you for having me. I don't take it for granted. Trust me. I'm excited about these Tuesdays.
Man, me too. And I'm gonna let you have the last word, but I just want to say this. The only thing guaranteed in life is death. So don't worry about things that you don't have control over, okay?
That's right.
Don't worry about small things. If you are on this half of the dirt, you won at life. As long as you're appearing on this half of the dirt, you're winning at life, no matter what your situation is.
That's right. Every day you wake up is another day for you to win, another 24 hours to conquer the day, right? Again, Dave, thank you for having me. I enjoy this. I need to step my game up to get my personal podcast going. Hell, I ain't done it in a while. Y'all know later on tonight we have new music from some artists tonight on offtopradio.com, the D Bling radio show, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. and then the replays from 9 p.m. to 11. So if you miss it, the first 2 hours, it replays again for the next 2 hours. And then when we're done, we put them on offtoprecords.net, so you can stream and listen to individual songs that you want to listen to or whatever. And again, like Mike Welder said, I'll be down at Swag. Your Broken Limits champion will be down at Swag Wrestling this Saturday. So everybody around that Henry County area, come out and have a great time down there.
Most definitely. Man, I hope you have a good weekend. Maybe officially at some point go into spring, because we're supposed to be in spring right now, but it feels like we are in winter, man. We woke up today, it was 27 degrees. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, man, when that chill hit your bones, oh my God.
Yeah, you right about that. So I think the first day of spring is March 21st. So we still got a couple of more days, and let's see what Mother Nature does.
You got it, man. That damn groundhog. If I see him, I'm gonna pump. You hear me?
Right.
I just want to see a groundhog flying in the air. If I see his
that superstitious thing, I let that go a long time.
I don't believe in it either, but I still want to punch his little ass.
Yeah. So for those of y'all who have New Year's resolutions, y'all know a fourth of the year is gone now. We're in March. This is the third month. So y'all better get your stuff together financially. Whatever you plan on doing for 2024, it's moving really fast, y'all. We're almost into April. So, everybody has these New Year's resolutions, and they don't get jump started until, kind of like the weather breaks. So in a couple of days, it will be spring. So I hope y'all keep up with whatever your resolution was for 2024.
Most definitely, man. God bless y'all, man. Meet us here next week, same time. It's always 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. God bless y'all, man. And y'all man, we hope y'all have a good week. And we are out. Peace.